Okay, hello everyone, good afternoon. I want to put a fan on because it's quite hot in here. We're going to be previewing some more Distant Worlds 2. I think I'm going to do a new game because I want to test out some more settings. So that's fine, that's all fine. This is what I want to mess with. Yeah, let's go Abundant Colonies. I think this time... who are we gonna go as? I was looking through some of these settings here. They're very dependable. Minus 40, very unreliable. Fair enough. Should I go as humans? Yeah, I'm gonna give humans a go. Because it had to be done at some point, right? Let's go military dictatorship, I think. Could go as a monarchy. Maybe I won't do that actually. It only goes to Harkonish. Right, so Marshy Swamp, we get better research, what worse diplomacy. For feudalism and mercantile guilds. Hello, Red Harvest. I think I'll go as a mercantile guild. Right. That we're going to leave as is. Hello, Will, to hello, Rare. Hello to you too. I'll put another Empire in. Victory threshold is 90%. Everything else is going to be left as is. Alright, let's go. So I will be giving away a copy of Distant Worlds 2 tomorrow. And I'll be giving it away probably... In fact, let's not do it probably, let's make it definite. I'll give the copy away at 7 PM UK time tomorrow. Anyone is welcome. The only thing that's going to be required is to be a follower of the channel. You don't need to be a subscriber. You will need to be there when I do the giveaway, but you don't need to have been there the entire stream or anything. Grown Up Frozen, thank you very much for that follow. I appreciate that a lot. I hope you're having an awesome day today. Greetings to you too. Sorry, Grow Up Frozen, not Grown Up Frozen. My bad. You're here to learn how the game works. The game has an exceedingly good automation system. So, let me pause here. So you got your various menus at your top left. You got like your government menu, your diplomacy, characters, because there are individual characters in the game. Your colonies, exploration, etc. It's fairly similar to the UI to what many other Space 4Xs do, so your Stellaris, your Galactic Civilizations, etc. However, whereas many of the other games of this type do have automation, it's never particularly well implemented. Within this game, it's not perfect by any means. A player who knows what they're doing will always do better than an AI will. However, it's more than passable. It's actually pretty damn good in general. So, one of the first screens you should always go to when you start the game is the government one up here, and then that'll take you to policy settings. And then within here, you have all of your automation. So, to begin with, I would just leave literally everything on automation, other than research, because you want to be able to choose what research you're going to be doing. So there is a research tree, similar to, well, pretty much any game of this type, I suppose. I think only like the old Distant Worlds system at the start of Distant Worlds, when it came out, is kind of like not this Sid Meier's Civilization tech tree sort of thing. You got your basic things, you got your weaponry, your defenses. You've then got your like economy in terms of what types of ships you can build, which I'll go to further in a moment. Individual things for sensors, countermeasures, storage systems, which are again quite important, but I'll come back to that later as well. And then you've got stuff like research labs, planetary governance, etc. And then right at the bottom, you have inter-race diplomacy ones. As you meet other types of civilizations, you can get better diplomacy with them by researching techs. So, one of the things that the game does have is that you can semi-randomize the tech tree. If you also use the feature that you don't know what is going to be coming next, it makes it so that each tech tree can be a little bit unique. You can turn that off if you want to. You don't have to have it that way. So if I exit the research screen for now, by the way, you are always 100% going to want to do this research first, early warp field experiments, because that is what allows you to actually start proper exploration. Otherwise, you're not using FTL travel, which means it will take literally years for one ship to get anywhere. Would I say this game is similar to a Galactic Civilization games? I used to play Distant Worlds Universe, but I was dumb then. I mean, I'm still dumb, but with more game experience. Honestly, I wouldn't be scared. I was. I never played Distant Worlds Universe. I have it in my library. I played 20 minutes one time. I was very dumb as well. Didn't understand it. I think some of it was the graphical settings at the time put me off a little bit compared to, say, this, which is... I mean, the graphics are never going to win any awards, but they're far more than passable. But the point I'm getting at is don't be worried about the learning curve, because the automation is good enough to work around your learning curve. The way you learn the game is by just taking things slowly off of automation, and you don't even have to take it all off long term. There's some stuff the AI does pretty good, which takes a lot of the tedium out of this sort of game. So, there are a couple of important things. Unlike, say, Stellaris, where you have control over everything, the economy is one thing which you can have direct control over absolutely everything. That's not the case in this game. There are two types of economy. You've got your state economy and you've got your private economy. Now, your state economy, you do have complete control over. So state economy is stuff like military ships, stations, research stations, colonies, etc. Whereas your private economy is, once you've built the mining stations, that's where your private economy operates out of, moving all of these goods around, selling them to other nations, so on and so forth. You can nudge your private economy by building certain mining locations to get the resources you need to sell, but you do not have direct control of that economy. You never will. Not over everything, anyway. I have it set so that most of the stuff is still automated. Colonization I do manually. Colony facilities, so the buildings we build on our own colonies, I build manually. Tax rates I now have set automated, but one of the things you can do, if I go to colonies and tax rates, is you can make it so we'll always keep up to a certain level of happiness, if possible. If you tax your colonies too heavily, they will rebel. There'll be a lot of unrest, and they will end up rebelling against you. So yeah, early on in the game, I'll try and explain as much as possible about everything I'm doing here. You have no control on the private assets like mining ships or merchant ships, but I can make shipyards from where the private guys buy their ships. Exactly that. You can also choose where you want mining stations built. I have it so it suggests certain mining stations that will be beneficial to me in this message area, which appears up here. I get a bunch of, I get alerts. One of the good things is, and I only found out about this yesterday from someone in chat who was really helpful, because I'm also new to the Distant World series in many ways as well. You can actually filter what types of messages and pop-ups you want really heavily. So retrofits I have turned off. State construction I'll leave on for now, actually I'll turn that back on. But you're never going to want civilian construction because that's just telling you when something is being built. I also have under attack off for the moment. If I was at war with someone, I would turn that back on. So fingers crossed I can get this research done quickly. So we're going to go for early warp field experiments. That's going to unlock faster than light travel on all our ships, but incredibly important early on is it's going to be on our survey ships. Now, for the low cost of 3,750 credits, I can initiate a crash research program. So you can only initiate a crash research program by one of two ways. One is you pay, or two, there's a slight chance that you'll randomly get a crash research program on something you're researching. Now, crash research programs doubles your research on whatever the crash research is being put onto, but you can't cancel researching it. So it does have a drawback to a degree. If you decided you don't want to research that anymore, there's something more important that's come up, then you can't do it anymore. You have to get the crash research done first instead. So it does have a little bit of a drawback. You lose versatility, but you double the research speed. Yep, exactly, Grokfroze. A crash is just a rush research program. So if we pay that, that's now doubled the research speed. Well, I think it's double. Yeah, 2 times speed, crash program. The plus 15% research speed for this project is unrelated. I'll show what that is in a minute. In fact, I'll do it now. So you get boosts to different types of research over the course of the game. From artifacts, from ruins, events, etc. The hyperdrive research here is an innate bonus of the Harkonish race, which is who I'm playing right now. So that's giving me an extra 10% boost on top of the research. And then we also have 5% from Mercantile Guild Government. So we have a 15% boost to our hyperdrive research. So with Crash Research, it's effectively a 30% boost, which is pretty useful. So to begin with, we're going to be ignoring mining until we have our first exploration ships out. Now, one of the things the game does suggest is to build exploration ships straight away. I ignore them for the reasoning that I wait until we have this research done and then I build the exploration ships. If I build the exploration ships beforehand, they have to go out to the shipyard to get retrofitted again anyway, so there's no point in doing that when you can just wait and build it afterwards and it'll already have it innately built in. Whereas if you were to build it before you've got this tech, it could be halfway to another planet and take a long time to come back, depending on how quick your research is. If you've got really slow research times, the AI sends one out to explore from here to here. It's going to take like 6 months to bring it back, when you could save those 6 months by just, wasting for the research and then building it. So I am playing on hard difficulty. I'm also playing on some settings where there's more habitable planets than normal. So we'll see how this goes. So let's see. We will build a small spaceport on our home planet. We're going to decline that. So you start off with an exploration ship being built. I always leave with that one. There's usually a moon or something close to your planet which it can go to, and it doesn't take like a ridiculous amount of time. So we have started on Vinar Prime 4. It is a marshy swamp planet with 88% habitability, well, quality, which is a rather crazy amount actually. So we've discovered new resources. There are dozens, I'd say more than 100 resources in the game, but it sounds more daunting than it actually is. A lot of the resources are luxuries, whereas the ones you need to keep an eye on are fuel and most of the construction ones. So I have upped the speed early on as well, just because early game can be quite slow. Nope, I'm not going to build that. But going back to these resources, generally after the very early game, you'll always have enough construction materials and fuel materials, unless you're exceedingly unlucky. So resources are not finite. It just shows you how much mining materials you get per sec. So like 14% would get double production compared to 7%, but it doesn't go down over time. But you will need a lot of those resources as your empire expands. So pretty slow early game up until we get this researched. We're not exactly a science heavy, we're not the Actarians, for example. We don't get the innate science bonuses that the Actarians do. So it will take a little bit longer to get our research done. I am playing in a larger galaxy, but not the largest. There can be a little bit of lag on this map, but once you zoom in a bit, it's not too bad. Not a smart culture, no. They're not the dumbest, but they're not Actarians either. So this here shows the happiness of a colony. You really want to keep it above 5 at all costs. Below 5, you're getting into rebellion territory. And you can get rebellions on your homeworld, and it will end the game. But basically, the amount of luxuries you've got, how much development you've got there, that all impacts onto... that all has an impact on how happy your populace are. So we have finished discovering hyperspace technology, which is excellent news. That gets automatically added onto the ship designs. Now, one of the things which I haven't really delved in too much is the ship design. But you can manually create ships for as many as you want, with exceedingly specific roles, if you so wish, as well. I suspect long term there will be a meta which people use to min-max stuff. I tend to not do that. I tend to just go and have fun with my builds. Like how many fighter bays can I build onto a battleship, for example, or a carrier? Damn the everything else like the sensors. Just put more guns on our battleship, etc. but you can do a lot. It reminds me of the old Galactic Civilizations 2 and 3 system. 2 especially. 3 I never really got on with as much as 2. I've not played Galciv 4 yet because it's I believe it's Epic exclusive, which yeah. But yeah, we now have that. Our state economy is doing okay. We have a surplus of 337 credits. Now, one of the things that is a little bit misleading is that you can keep a positive cash flow whilst it's showing in the red. So I could be at minus 1,000 and still earning enough money to, you know, not go into a deficit constantly. That's because it takes... It skimps on paying for like colony growth or research in order to keep you from not going bankrupt. So long term, it will slow you down, even if it's showing you as a deficit and you're still not, money's not going below 0. You are taking hits elsewhere. That's one of the things which might get confusing for a few players. So keeping this up is important, but it can also go into the red for a little bit if you need to. In my game yesterday, for example, I was playing as the Teekans, and one of the story events they get actually allows you to terraform a planet to a degree very early on. Now, the terraforming machine is extremely expensive. It's 10,000 credits a month. It's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Was it a month or a year? I forget which, but the end thing was, this was massively in the red, although I wasn't going below 0. I was taking a hit to my research and my colony growth, which meant it was a little bit behind. But yeah, we have a new scientist, which is nice. So scientists give you bonuses to your research. At this point, we are going to build new exploration ships. They are very much required. I'm going to build... Let's go 3 of them, and then I'll go 2 construction ships as well. And we'll go from there. Now, in terms of research, we're going to go straight into enhanced civilian ships, I think. I'm going to go for exploration stuff because I'm going to need it as much as possible for early exploration. The only other thing is stable warp fields. Hello, Fjordy. Also, I think I misread Harvest say something earlier on. Am I going to give away this game? Hello, World Hello. Yes, I am. Tomorrow at 7 PM UK time, I'll be giving up a copy of the game. I'll try to pop in, type up the giveaway, but I'm not going to take part myself. It sounds good, Red Harvest. Thank you. Yeah, we'll build more exploration ships. I see no reason not to. So our early exploration ships are only going to have range, really, to do everything in the system, but they will be able to jump from, well, our planet to anything else in the system. Whereas if we don't get that tech, they can't even do that. They have to, slower than light, go to each planet. It can take years just to go from like there to there. It takes months just to go from there to there. It's very slow, so that is very much a requirement early on. We do want expanded civilian ships. Do I want to crash research it? If I can afford it, which I don't think I can actually. Yeah, I would need 13,625 credits, of which I do not have that many. Right. That's another exploration ship. So there can be a little bit of lag early on. Well, like input lag now and then, just whilst it loads stuff in. But that tends to disappear a bit over time. once it's actually loaded stuff in. So, in terms of our leaders, how are we doing? Uninhibited, extra colony happiness, lose colony corruption reduction and diplomacy. I'm fine with that for the happiness. And then engineer plus 5% all research plus 10% construction speed. Is that actually? Yeah, it has. Okay, we are definitely keeping that leader. Yes, they are set to auto explore. So construction ships are set to auto construct anything that I've ordered. So if I were to go in here and order these, they would go to do that, for example. Or if I were to find some ruins with of ships or stations, they'd go and repair them. But I have to order them to begin with. And exploration ships are just auto set to explore anywhere which is, well, the closest thing which isn't already been explored is where they'll go to. So unlike Stellaris, you won't have multiple survey ships going for like the same system a lot of the time. They all spread off in different directions. Oh, Kitty, my cat has come to say hello. Hello, Miss K. You are too cute, can't you? So, do I want to build that? No. One of the things we have noticed is in our system there is a forest planet. It's unexplored at the minute. It has this icon next to it. That means that there are ruins on that planet. Until we go send a survey ship over, we don't know what those ruins are. It's likely to be some old colony ruins of some sort. We have 8 cats. No. We always put pictures of our cats in Discord. We have an active Discord community, which !Discord will bring up the link to. We always put pictures of our cats in there. Oh, now you're a good one. So Kazlon is fuel. We need that a lot of. So we are definitely building that mining station. We want it. We want it now. So we currently have 5 exploration ships, all currently out, doing what they need to. And we have, is it 2 construction ships? 3 construction ships. I did build a couple extra. At the minute, probably, well, I only need the 1. But before long, I will need, well, probably a dozen or so. So you can turn these pop-ups off if you want, using the message log and then clicking the filter. You can choose what you want showing. So I think it'd be economy. You'd have no resources you'd have to turn off. But I quite like keeping them on there. 3 Bengal cats, a British Shorthair, 4 South Asian, and 4 Indian Billy, aka Indian domestic Shorthair. Nice. They sound really cool. We've got 3... Well, we don't know the breed. They were just rescues, but they're probably just like your general average Mogget. So, British Shorthair, I guess. We've got 2 black cats who are brother and sister. They're 8 years old. They're called Katya and Archer. We've got a tabby called Moo, Shroomy. She's got a multitude of names which she responds to. She's about 15. So we have found an ancient Harkonish exploration ship hull. We will investigate the ruins. Is the outer hull of what we believe to be an ancient spacecraft? Something alien and unfathomable which might somehow harm and corrupt all people? I think we repair. Managed to dislodge the ship. Evidence now confirms our suspicions. The ship was indeed designed by and for ancient Harkonish explorers. Legends tell of a glorious Harkonish trade empire that once spanned the stars, and surely this is proof. So, we found technologies advanced our understanding of stable warp fields, and we got a source of polymer. So that's excellent news. And I'll assign a construction ship to continue repairs on that ship. Manual rescues used to run a foster home. They were third generation of first rescues. Mum couldn't see them go, so I kept them. Oh, I'm very. I don't know what the word would be. Proud sounds like condescending, but no, it's a good thing of you to do to keep them. That many cats. Like you said, I'm sure the food expenses and stuff isn't good, but it's a very kind of you to do. Oh my god, you are really good. I think we have to colonize this planet. I'm the local crazy cat lad. Hey, I have a lot of respect for the local crazy cat people. I like them. Alright, so that ship's going to be repaired. Hello, Asborian. Yes, I have. I played the preview a few weeks ago. I've got the review copy now, and I'll be giving away a copy of the game myself tomorrow as well. I am playing a new game, yes. I'm playing a Harkonish mercantile trade group. So we are still in the very, very early game. We've not even left the first system yet. I've been trying to explain as many of the mechanics as possible. Did Bengal cats eat like Bengal tigers? No. Yeah, ours aren't too bad actually. A lot of the time. One of them, I swear, will just eat and eat and eat, but the other two will, they're fine. They eat their lot and then they're happy. Whereas Archer, the 8-year-old black cat, who's the male, he just constantly wants food. You bought the game on GOG the other day. Cannot wait to get started. Very nice. I've not used GOG in quite a while, actually. So we have encountered our first pirate group. So pirates, I don't know how they were done in Distant Worlds 1, but for Distant Worlds 2, pretty much you always want to stay on their good side early on. So what that means is paying them a protection fee of 125 credits per month. So I think we are going to accept this deal for the moment. And try and ignore them other than that. We've actually encountered a second pirate group who also wants us to pay a protection fee. So that should get interesting. A third one! Oh my blood. What have I done wrong? So 3 pirate groups straight away. I respect anyone can get on the good side of a cat. Well, maybe that's just me who can't get along with me. Closest thing is my sister's cat, which is grown to tolerate me, aside from when I stop him from eating my potted plants, that is. Cats can be awkward. Ooh, Pirate Decision. This is new. I've never had this before. The news of these Harkonish space dwellers has caused confusion and anxiety in the homeworld. They were once Harkonish, once like us, but they have become something strange and uncanny. Something alien. It is disturbing. And yet, they know things we do not. Have developed technology that is unfamiliar to us. And they speak of trade and opportunities. So the Harkonish heart still beats within their chest cavities. A closer relationship with them will make our people unhappy, yet the only alternative appears to be war. I think we invest. Okay. We found technologies that advance our understanding of fast mining. Wow, that's really good. Alright, we've encountered a 4th. Oh god, we're getting so many pirates. It's actually destroying our economy here. This isn't good, but it's either this or... Oh, that's not good. I was really unlucky there. So, stable warp fields, I suffered a setback. It wiped all my research for stable warp fields. Feels bad, man. So we repaired a ship. Do I want to use you or not? So one of the things with ancient ships is you can break them apart and get tech bonuses. I might do that, but I don't know yet. I want to. I could do with early exploration as much as possible, so maybe I'll just keep it. Yeah, exactly. Grow up, Frozer. If you ignore them, they want your attention more. If you don't want them there, they always want your attention. That's cats in a nutshell. Junkyard encountered. So we do have a special pirate gang in our area, which they will they've got a ancient destroyer nearby, but the only way I can access it is by destroying the pirate station here. Unfortunately, its strength is nearly 1200, so that's going to be a mid-game prospect, not early game. We have discovered another ancient colony ship. An advanced design in poor shape. Only portions of the ship intact. Some of the fragments are larger than the earlier derelict ship we encountered. Is it Harkonish or alien? Is this perhaps the remnants of an ancient invasion fleet? And if such, could it happen again? Let's invest in the research. Okay. So it appears to be a colony ship carrying tens of thousands of Harkonish settlers heading to a system but didn't make it. Strange language of the logs and their damaged condition present obstacles to interpretation, but they were fleeing hostile aliens and a galaxy-spanning cataclysm of some sort. It's caused great concern on the homeworld, and doubt it makes for natural sense to venture out into the unknown, where we might encounter the very dangers and uncertainty that we now know our ancestors fled. We cannot vomit up knowledge the way we would an unsatisfactory meal. We have made our choice, and now we'll have to learn how to profit from it. And the profiting has begun already. We have gained significant knowledge of colonization technology from the wreckage of the ship, and we discovered a curious artifact which will aid us with the trade should we encounter any inevitably inferior aliens. So, artifacts. Which screen is it for artifacts? Here it is. So in your colonies screen, you've got colonies, new colonies, colony ships, planetary facilities, and then you have artifacts. The Book of Commerce gives plus 10% trade income. That's pretty nice. Did we get basic colonization as a full tech, or just some progress towards it? So I will get stable warp fields eventually. Hopefully we don't get another critical research failure. That would be most unfortunate. So it's been actually a relatively eventful early game. We've not even left our first system yet. So we do have some luxuries. Another pirate. God, all that money which we could be using to colony growth is instead being used to pay off pirates. One of the things you can do is befriend the pirates. You've got 3 levels of diplomacy with pirates. You've got payment protection. It happened again. The second critical research failure on stable warp fields. The second. But back to pirate diplomacy. You got 3 levels. You got protection free. You then have a non-aggression pact, and then you have military refueling rights. The protection free is what we're on for all of them right now. it means we have to pay 125 credits per pirate group per month. So that's 5 of them. That adds up over the course of a year. And there will be more, I can guarantee you that. But if I can get them to non-aggression packs, we're no longer hostile to each other in any manner. In fact, they may even help me slightly long term. I've had it where a group I'm in a protection pact or non-aggression with defend me against another pirate group I'm actually hostile with, which is pretty interesting and quite fun. Then military refueling means you can use their stations to refuel, and they will buy fuel off you, so it gives you a little bit of an economic boost as well, which is quite nice. Ooh, you're good. That's quite a bit of resources. Bonus is plus 20% industrial research. Ooh. Yes, please. So as much as I've had terrible, and I mean absolutely terrible luck with getting stable warp fields, I'm pretty happy with the way other things have been going, other than the million pirates in the area. So I'm gonna keep going with this campaign. So we are in the southwest part of the galaxy for now. I'm so tempted to... I wish I could up taxes a little bit. First contact, we have found independent colony of Ketarovs. They are naturally very hostile towards us. Okay. They're to our south. It's likely I'm going to have to manually invade them. We will build that research station. We're not going to build any of that. We will get these. So luxuries generally have a lot less production compared to like your steel and so on. They're not as important to the overall economy, but they do help with keeping your populace happy. And the happier they are, the more you can tax them. The more you can tax them, the more you can invest in expanding your economy, your military, etc. So luxuries are critical long term. We found good boys in space. Tickle them to death or throw a frisbee in the sun and watch as they kill themselves. Oh no. Oh, more pirates. Right, one of the things I'm going to do is crash research stable warp fields. So one of the other advantages, as well as massively increasing the amount of progress you get on this research, is it can no longer critical fail, which that's happened twice already. I don't want to risk a third time when that would really ruin my early game progress. So I'm quite happy to do that, even if it is rather expensive. I am keeping an eye on my happiness here. I'm not happy about it being this low, but I have to pay. I have to pay the pirates. Long term, if I can gift some of these, I was hoping that would give me enough. I need 2 more relations with them, balls. So I have to give a good relation from... Alright, that was a bit of a misstep. But it's fine, I'll sort it. 1 second. Right, so a bit of a misstep there, but not the end of the world. They are going to start trying to sell me maps. That is useful because they're fairly cheap, but I have to be very careful with my money, especially with that slight misstep I just made. So the reason that was a misstep is, yes, it helped me befriend him a little bit more, but it wasn't enough to reach the threshold to get a non-aggression pact with him in order to stop paying him protection. So the only way you can do it is by... There are 3 levels of gift. Small, medium, large. Small is 12k. Medium is 25k. Large is 37k. I should have waited until the 37 one. Sent that one over, and then I would have reached the threshold to actually befriend them a little bit more. So, we're progressing nicely other than that. A few early mistakes and a few early unfortunate incidents, but I think we'll recover. We're doing a bit better economically than we were, which is good. In terms of colonies, I do have, honestly, 3 potential colonies here. Yeah. Anything over 20 is definitely doable. It's one of the better systems I've had in my spawn. I do have the spawn sets or generation sets so that home colonies are excellent. That's for both me and the AI. So we got reactor, shields research, and industrial research. Very nice. Where's our scientists? So you're gradually getting better over time and giving me boosts in certain areas, and you can gain traits over time, which is nice. And also sometimes not so nice. You can get traits which are negative, which you can't just get rid of unless you get rid of the leader, including double agent, which means they actually work for another empire. There's actually a really funny bug in the preview version where it was very common that one of your scientists would get double agent. If one of them did, all of them did. It wasn't just scientists, it was all your spies, leaders, everyone. So, quite a funny bug. How long am I streaming for today? It's probably not going to be a crazy amount of time, maybe another couple of hours. And we, for the first time in a while, are actually in profit again, which is very nice. In terms of resources, we're doing alright overall. We have another spy, which is meh. We don't really need spies at the minute too much. Our home system is a hive of activity. But until I get this research done and we've retrofitted our exploration ships, we're not going to really be able to leave the home system. We found something on this ocean planet. I need better sensors though before I can actually see what a lot of these things are. Pass. I will build that, however. Even if you've not got shortages of some of the construction resources, it's nice to build a lot of these because if you have a surplus, it makes costs cheaper overall to a degree. Anything which is in shortage will be highlighted with a red outline here. So one of the things I haven't really shown yet is the military screen. I tend to leave that to the AI early on. There is a lot of micro involved with it otherwise. But you can build your own fleets. You can have ships which aren't part of fleets and just randomly automated and patrol and so on. Finally, we have stable warp fields research. So we now need to retrofit our ships. I think I am going to make the most of that by actually getting a couple of additional exploration ships from both shipyards out. I'm not going to build any more construction ships yet, Rome. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2 more out once we've got another couple of systems fully surveyed. Ooh, the Archives of Vinar Prime. We are definitely going to investigate. So we got navigational directions pointing to a certain area, which would be over here, marked in purple. And the ruins provide colony development, reactor research, and scenery. They can also give scenery bonuses. So is that another potential colonization target? Wrong screen, it's over here. Yeah, it is actually. It genuinely is. Alright. So our old construction ships are going to go and automatically retrofit themselves with the new stable warp fields, whereas the new ones we're building will have that tech built in, and they can go explore outside of this system straight away. So that's pretty nice. We are in the process of getting exploration scanners, planetary exploration, and improved sensors. And all that will help make my exploration much more quicker and much more efficient. Something which is paramount early game. You want to identify what areas you want to take as quickly as possible, and get as many of those little anomalies found and researched. Those little bonuses you can gain, research stations you can build, those mining areas that you find that provide luxuries, all of that adds up over time. So I think what we do here is we actually send a gift, offer a non-aggression pact, and there we go. We no longer have to pay them a protection fee, which is very nice to have. So that saves us a bit of money each time. As soon as we get the money to do another one, I'm going to do that to everyone. So your reputation with pirates is random when you meet them. It's possible you can have good relations with them early on, if quite rare. Especially if they're of your own race. It's more likely. Whereas if it's of an antagonist race, certain races in the game don't like each other. If you meet one of them as the race which doesn't like that race, it's more likely that it's going to go wrong. But all it affects is the chance of you befriending them early on. As long as you don't destroy their ships early on, you're very likely to be able to get a protection agreement straight away. And from there, it'll gradually decay to -2. And then once you're on -2, if you send them a large gift, that'll take you to +15 or above, which allows you to do a non-aggression pact. From there, you don't need to pay them anymore, which is a big advantage, so your economy will thank you for it. And then you also have potentially some friends to more rely on long term. In fact, once you get military refueling rights, which is the one after non-aggression pact, that's going to help with... it's going to give you a little bit of an economic boost. And also give you fuel stations in the form of the pirates' bases to explore further out from. So it has its advantages in befriending the pirates. Also means if you do get attacked by someone, it's you've got pirate bases which can harass them to a degree, but they will attack some trade. If another empire's traders are in your territory, they'll still attack them. So it does have drawbacks to befriending the pirates. My bad. I get my words mixed up a lot, I apologise. So they're offering 8k for some ancient ruins? Sure. And because of that, because we had a successful trade, this is the one we already had a non-aggression pact with, we got another boost, and then they offered us, off their own back, military refueling, so that's quite nice. Do I need those new construction ships? I'd argue not at the minute. It's just going to be an additional economic expense I don't really want to commit to just now. In terms of resources, we could do some Necros stone. Looks like Krypton might be the other one, which is a bit low. We have exploration scanners, which is nice. We've got planetary exploration next. I think I'll go basic colonization. And then I'm going to get basic space commerce, medical systems, recreation systems, etc. I'm just going to go economic stuff early on as much as possible. I feel like that helps more than just going straight into military. It is possible to just go straight into a military route if you want to. There's nothing stopping you. If you want to go and conquer a neighbour early on, it's difficult but possible. Or if you want to go the route where you don't befriend pirates as well. Which again, difficult, but I think certainly on the lower pirate difficulties, also possible. So, our population is doing okay-ish. I think I'm actually going to manually do tax rates here. I'm going to leave that at 11 to keep the pops happy. I will go back and readjust that as required, but I want to keep my pops as happy as possible. Emerald crystal, beryllium quartz. I'll pass on that one. It was bigger amounts, so you can go more than 100%, and the higher the number, the better the deposit is. And if it was a particularly high number, like, I don't know, 70% plus, I would probably go for it. So this independent colony to ourselves, Umwat star system, Umwat 1. I don't think they have a particular name, do they? Yeah, just Umwat 1, the Keterov independent colony. Then they have restricted trade agreements with all the pirates. Even if I was to give you a gift, it's not really going to help that much with smoothing it over, so it's unlikely I get any better trade agreements. I think the only way I'm going to do that is by researching Keterov basic diplomacy and further. Unknown items detected on Vinar Prime 3. There's a lot of unknown items we've found in our home system. It's actually been really damn good in terms of anomalies and events and so on. Oh yes, that's more Kazlon. We need Kazlon. We want as many Kazlon stations as possible, really, because it gives it's fuel basically, and you want that as much as possible. The more Kazlon you have, and distributed across your empire, the less travel there is for a ship which needs to refuel. It's just very helpful, basically. Some more ancient ruin. Oh, hello. We found more Talons to our east. The thing is, although we know they're there, we've not technically met them. We have not technically met them. It's just we know there's a ruin there. The ruin has given us vision, but and we know they're there because of that. But our empire hasn't physically met them, so that's an interesting little thing. Same to our northwest, actually. I only just noticed in Mercdor Junction. Interesting. I think I need to expand up here. ASAP. I also think that I can pretty much afford to get some more exploration ships out. We really want to go heavy and getting as many exploration ships out as early as possible. Have I got all my sensors yet? I'm gonna crash research improved sensors and then build like 5 more exploration ships. Other ones are gonna have to go back and retrofit. Which takes time, but it's fine. So we know we have 2 major powers. We got Mortallons to the east, and I can never remember what they're called to our northwest. Can't remember what they're called. Is it Boscari or something? They're quite a dangerous, aggressive race, though, of insectoids. And the Mortallons are like a military dictatorship as well, most likely. So we are surrounded by 2 most likely warlike enemies. I have more pops than they do. I don't have more pops than they do, so they're probably going to be the bigger threat. More than likely. Get ready for war? Quite possibly. So war in this game is very difficult. Your economy will take a significant hit in the undertaking of any war. Right, as soon as I get a little bit more, we are going to try and send a gift to you. Okay, and there we go. Non-aggression treaty. So now we no longer pay them a protection fee, which is very nice. Ooh, Dakarion Ale. Yes, please. We want all of these luxuries. That's improved sensors. Now we get more exploration ships out. It wants me to build more construction ships. I don't really think they're massively required at this point. Yeah, I'll get 2 more of them out. So we had a critical research breakthrough on basic colonization. So that's the other way you can get crash research or rush research. You can pay for it, but there's also a random chance of it just happening like it's just had. So we've had both. We had that really unlucky spate of 2 research failures, which wiped any research I had on that research earlier on. And that happened on stable warp fields, which really set back our very early expansion and exploration. But you can get it randomly, and I think you got more chance, depending on the traits of your scientists and so on, of getting a crash research randomly. This time we've got it on basic colonization. I will say the higher chance of crash research is a double-edged sword with traits, because it's also a higher chance of getting a research failure. I can't remember what the trait is called, but you double the chance of one or the other. Well, both at the same time, but both can happen. Unknown system map. I will decline. We have a new scientist. So events in the game can spawn leaders, which are generally if you have, I don't know, a successful spy event, you could get a new spy. A successful diplomacy event, you could get a new diplomat, etc. Because we had a successful crash research randomly, we also got a new leader. That doesn't happen every time, if I remember correctly. It's just a chance, and we rolled quite well this time. So we have a new scientist. Ooh. Whether that's good or not is up for debate, though, because they're giving industrial research, and they're going to give a minus to hyperdrive and the sensor, which is not good. We'll see. We'll see. Fine, I'll build those construction ships. They're probably going to be useful. Alright, so our home planets, we can up tax a little bit here. And still keep them happy. And we are discovering a ton of new resources. So once you've discovered all the basic resources, you're generally just finding luxuries. And the more of them you have, the happier your pops will be. Our tax, or our income, is looking significantly better than it was beforehand. So it keeps suggesting me to build escorts. I generally avoid building a military early on. It's a significant financial drain. You have to spend quite a bit to begin with, and you got the upkeep costs as well. And early on, your ships aren't going to be able to do much anyway, so I'd rather just put more into exploration and construction ships, and I would recommend to do that early on as well. The exception is if you're, I don't know, right next to, I mean like a couple of systems across from an independent, and you just want to invade them. You'll need some escorts to make sure it doesn't get ambushed, and then you'll need to invest in troop transports and so on. But generally I'd say the better route is more research or exploration ships, and more construction ships is the more reliable way to go early on. So we are now able to afford another bribe, which means we can get another non-aggression pact, and again we're freeing up more income. And we're getting a lot of luxuries we want to deal with here. And the higher our income, the more we're going to be able to befriend these more quickly. So, yeah, all good news. So I'm just ignoring those escort requests at the minute. So you're giving industrial and high-tech research. You're giving reactor, shields, construction, industrial. So you're quite a good one. Another pirate? Sure, that's fine. We did have military refueling with someone, but... they don't like us. They might attack us. I don't know exactly where they are. I need to wait for the malices to burn off before I can send them another request to have a protection pact. It looks like we just had a really bad initial diplomacy event with them. Which is the reason why. We did have military refueling packs with one of these, but it seems they cancelled it. Right, I think I'll befriend Iron Storm Network next. The solar system maps, I'm not really too bothered about that. How am I doing for research? I've only got a couple of basic things queued. So I'm going to go additional fuel storage. What next? Probably expanded space stations, space construction, system patrol starships. So all of this is just expanding our economy. It allows bigger ships, bigger space stations. All is helpful long term. So how's our pop? Pirates attempting to raid our mining station. Dreadrock Marauders. That's not good. They're angry at us. I might have to send them the next gift, actually. So that's what happens if you don't get the protection in time. 2769, so we're still a little bit off before we can afford to do that. Well, not afford to, but we're able to. Oh, that's a good test. So, if you want maximum impact for the gift, you actually have to... even if it's greyed out, you can still offer it, it just won't be accepted. Cool. Good to know for future reference. I did waste money, but I'm not going to learn stuff unless I actually try stuff like that, so I don't mind if it's... even if it has screwed up my plan slightly, it's good to know for future reference. So I think I want to filter up here, because that's where our next story event is. Right, let's send you a gift next. Basic recreation, done. There's another non-aggression treaty. Frees up more money. So we've got 2 more down here, and then we somehow have to have to deal with these. So that's going to burn off. That's going to slowly burn off, and we'll give them another gift. So I'm not too worried long term. It's just awkward is all. I might take a few attacks to the east like they just did. More unknown items. Have we got 1 in our home system still? Any other colony opportunities? No, all within our home system. Other than the independent colony over here. They offer us a system map. I'm not going to accept it at this point. Where are you colonies? You're plus 11 at the minute in terms of happiness, which is not too bad at all. Looks like the Metallans are very slow in actually improving their pop count here. Whereas the... I can't remember what their name is, but I think it's Boscarans. They're taking a little bit... well, they're just a little bit quicker than even we are. Right, basic transport systems has been researched. We're getting through these techs pretty nicely. I'm going to put compressed fuel storage in actually. Hidden items, plus 7% scenery. Very nice. Any new research locations? That would be a negatory. We have all the stuff queued up for construction that we want at the minute, I guess. And we're very close to bribing the next pirate group. As to which pirate group that is, it's probably going to be the Clan of Superiority. They are fellow Harkonish and we want to be friends with them as much as possible. Discovered a new resource, very nice. Let's mine that. Offer a non-aggression treaty. So we've got 1 more pirate group to still befriend, who are currently paying protection to, and then we've got another one which we need to befriend and then actually pay protection to. They have raided our eastern fringe slightly, but nothing too crazy so far. But I'd rather not risk it escalating. Hello, Enrico. What does orange square with blue arrow means in map? You're gonna have to let me know exactly which bit you mean. Do you mean this one? Ship travel vectors? Where is it on the screen? In my territory. Oh, it means fuel. If you mean this. It means that there's fuel stations in those areas, so you can refuel. Hello, GameCore. Is the game have console commands? I don't know. Sorry, I've not seen anything myself. I very rarely use console commands in games though, so that's why I'm a bit clueless. So sorry, I can't answer your question there. Das Tactic, I think he's streaming at the minute, is probably your best bet. He's very knowledgeable on the game, far more so than I am. If not, I would go to like the Slytherin forums. Someone's probably able to help you out as well. Is your best chance of getting an answer. So we're almost done with all the construction that we've queued up. Our research is progressing quite nicely now. We almost got compressed stool. Stool? I don't think you want stool shortage. Storage, sorry. I have Victor goals on, but it's only part of. So the way you win the game, per se, is victory threshold. Race conditions only affect, well, as much as you want to set it at. I've set it to 90%. So even if I got all the race victory conditions, it would only be a quarter. Well, a bit more than a quarter, but I would need to have a good economy, population, or territory on top of as well. So I'm playing with Victor goals on. I don't want to do unknown system map. We are going to befriend these pirates. That's them sorted. Now we just need to give Reese a gift. Then we'll pay protection fee for a bit. That's more Caslon, I'm fine with that. MS2. Not needed. Unknown system map, I'm going to pass. I'd rather just manually do it at the minute. No escorts. It keeps suggesting. I'm going to leave it on because I do want to keep an eye out whether I want to actually build a fleet or not. Like, every time I skimp, I don't quite get the threshold, so I'm not going to skimp here. I am going to send them the full 37k, and that should give me the threshold to actually be allowed to pay them for a protection agreement. There we go. Thank you for receiving our gift. Now we can actually pay you more money. But that will be advantageous long term because it means I'm safe from pirate raids, and that's well worth the payment fee. If you automate Starbase building, can you predefine parameters in the Starbase can only have this or that module, if you get what I mean. I think so, because it draws from what your current starship or station designs are. So I think so is the answer, but I haven't tested that out. So that's very much a maybe. I'm like 80% certain. Because if you go into your ship construction screen and ship designs, you have, well, yeah, you got your research stations in there, your spaceports, etc. And you can adjust what's on there. So I think that's a yes. You would have to retrofit existing ones, because like it says, you can't change it in a minute because it's in use. So what you'd have to do is manually change it to what you want, retrofit existing ones to it, and then delete that design. But I'm pretty certain that's possible, yeah. So, anything I want to meddle with at the minute? We've not got any new research locations. Our economy is strong enough that I am going to just send out more. Yeah, we're going to send out some more ships, so... 4 more exploration, 2 more construction ships, and we'll build 2 more exploration ships there. The Granite Hull of Karinthuf. Ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the carbonaceous planets Karinthuf 1 in the Karinthuf system. Orbital inspection reveals that the ruins sit on a stone ledge overlooking a hydrocarbon lake. We will investigate. There are Gravelics in the area, unfortunately. They've escaped and are going to run the riot in that particular system. But the ruins provide colony development, hyperdrive research, and scenery. So if I can deal with the Gravelics in the area, we'll be good. To that end, I'm going to be getting system patrol starships is one of my next 3 techs. Once I get that, I'll build my first fleet and start dealing with the various hostiles which inhabit our systems. Oh, hello again, Kitty. Psst, 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 psst. Gotcha. Psst, 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 psst. Why are you headbutting the monitor? Psst, 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 psst. Come on. Time for you to go rare, I think. Alright, so. We can build a research station there for the additional hyperdrive research. It's not a huge chunk, but every little helps. I'm not going to do so at the moment for reasons that, well, there's a hostile in the area. I don't want to risk my construction ships being destroyed. Yeah, we'll build that. So it was fairly hectic very early on in the events that were happening. Since then, it's been rather chilled. So the Harkonish are very trade and profit focused, from what I can understand about them. I am planning to try and trade with as many of the other major empires as possible. Good evening, birds. Hope you're doing well. I don't want any unknown system maps. The only idea how the map painting works, I never quite understood it in this game. I don't either, honestly. I think it seems to be refueling stations give some influence. But yeah, I'm not entirely certain. I know you get influence around your main planet, but I don't know the exact sort of mechanics that are used. It can be a bit random sometimes. Idiot that I am, I got really hyped about mechs at 8 AM this morning and then couldn't sleep. Is that because there's a game out, or I don't really want to spend money to contact another empire? But yeah, I know that feeling, Burn. I was up till 4 AM this morning. I did not have a good night's sleep. Super Robot was. The reason I ask is there's a game coming out today, which is a mech game, which looked pretty interesting. What was it called? Let me go check my wish list. Nope. Ignited Steel Mech Tactics is what it's called. Looked pretty interesting. We can now build large mining stations and resort stations. Excellent. 71k to reveal an independent colony is rather expensive. I'll pass. Speaking of independent colonies, though, and we're just gonna befriend you now. So we no longer have to pay any protection fees because we've got non-aggression packs for all the pirates, which is excellent. But independent colonies, there was one to our south. I'm gonna offer that and see how much that helps. I'm gonna keep befriending them over time, I think. I don't like military invading colonies much, I'll be honest. I tend to just like to try and take them over by befriending them, bribing them, and then sending a colony ship over. But speaking of colonies, we have a bunch of smaller, well, potentially smaller planets in our system to begin with, but there'll be a good colonization opportunity long term. So I think I might do that now. Yeah, there we go. Let's queue them up. 3 of them are in our home system, and then 1 of them is over here to the west, or southwest. The thing to know about colonies are, until they've grown a bit and have higher pops, they are very much a resource sink and money sink. But long term, it would be very helpful for us, so I'm going to commit to doing it. I think I can afford to economically at the minute as well. So, it's not the end of the world. We are a bit low on some resources here. Let's queue up some more mining stations. Right, how's our home colony doing? I can tax you a bit more. So that's pretty nice. They keep offering me system maps. I keep declining. Later in the game, when I got so much money to chuck around, it's not so bad, but I'd rather keep the money for the minute. I mean, I have pretty good exploration ships anyway, so... Ooh, I could do with you. Oh, that'll be the pirates that built there then. Yeah, pirates have built their base on a decently sized Kazlon deposit. I think I might befriend you here. Treaty does not align with our goals. Oh. Oh, they offered it off their own backs. That's good news. Disaster averted, money well spent. So I can refuel from there now, which is nice. We got a new ambassador, I'm not too bothered about that. Colony developments, we have founded a new colony over here. Renar Prime 3. Ooh. Renara Prime will enjoy a 10% boost to income. Pretty nice. Don't mind if I do. Right, new research. Let's go with better engines, starship maneuvering, and we'll go. What should we go for next? Probably transport systems, crew systems, medical systems, recreation systems, research labs, coordinate control, a lot of basic techs basically. We should get all the basics done before we focus on specializing in one particular area of research. Unknown system map. More goodies. I should probably start thinking about getting a military fleet out soon. There we go. Put the money up just slightly. Thanks to additional tax. There's another colony founded, and I think there's one more. Long term, you'll be suitable, but for the moment, not. I'm building ships. I'm not building in a military force yet, but I've built quite a lot of. Christ, words escape me, chat. Built quite a lot of civilian ships. I think I'll get out a bunch more. Wow, you're building so many smaller ships now. Because we got better civilian tech, we're building better civilian ships. They're offering me an early research. I'm going to pass, though. That's more pirates. That's fine. We'll pay their protection fees. I'm just not paying 200k for a research. I'd rather have the additional money at the minute. I could try and befriend him to get more military refueling rights, but honestly, it's not really required. I think one of the things we will do is probably focus on... I'll crash research labs when possible. Get these tax out of the way. May as well expend my economy on something useful. Having that money lying around is nice, but I'd rather put it to use. Plus, I am going to have to be careful because I'm building 4 colonies at once. They're going to be expensive to maintain early on. So having a stockpile of money left around is definitely an idea. Let's get that built. So most of these, which are highlighted in red, are luxuries, and we want our luxuries. So this lightning bolt here denotes there's something hostile in the system. Or when we were last in that system, there's something hostile in the system. So that's something to keep track of. Right, research is going decently nice. Reveal an independent colony. I'll pass. We'll find them all naturally over time. I am going to invest in sending you another gift. So although this wears off and it isn't quite enough in and of itself to do anything, the more gifts you give, you get like a bonus over time as well. Found some Vortikar. So I Galactic North. Interesting. That's fine, that's fine. That's research labs. Don't want that. We will build that. Build that too. So what next? Research. Yeah, we'll pay that. So you can only do crash research and pay for it on the research you're currently doing, so I can't queue up crash research. again, kitty. Oh, what have we found here? Derelict alien ship. Yeah, we'll continue building that. See no reason not to. So, going back to derelict alien ships. Where is it? Exploration. Abandoned ships and bases. There's an abandoned alien passenger ship. Right, can we befriend that other pirate group yet? No. The reason I'm not going ahead and building this is because I know there's hostiles down there. I think once we get to like 2785 or so, if we've not encountered any hostile threats by then, I'll build a military either way and deal with the various neutrals which are in our territory. Equus meat. Ooh, you're definitely worth colonizing. Well, actually, are you? Plus 20? Yeah, I think it's worth getting a colony there. 20 and above is recommended for suitability. Below 20, it's very unlikely you'll ever turn a profit. Oh. A derelict spaceship of non-Harkonish design containing living aliens? I think we learn the language and help them. We got more hyperdrive and... oh, we helped humans. Okay, cool. So we got better hyperdrives. We got human language. Very nice. That's transport systems done as well. Let's do crew systems next. I think we'll do planetary governance, enhanced commerce center, coordinated docking. Enhanced transport. Enhanced energy collection. There we go. That's our research done. Unknown system map. I'll pass. Right. We can befriend you now, so let's send a gift. Oh shit, I sent it to the wrong one. That's fine. I get military refueling now anyway. So I think I get some more construction ships out here to keep up with our rapidly expanding empire. What's our colony at? +5. Let's decrease tax slightly. All good. Right, medical systems. Let's pay your costs. I do think I should invest in the military here. Another Boscaran to the northeast. Interesting. They're quite far away. So the pirates actually have quite large maps of the area. God, it's all the way over there. Alright. Let's get that one next, I think. Well, a small spaceport, of course. That's medical research. Is this going to be 30k to boost? Fine by me. "11 frigates, 8 escorts. I'm going to manually build a fleet myself, but only when all of these civilian ships have been completed. Contact Unknown Empire, I'll pass. Reveal another independence colony. The independent one I might possibly take long term. Consider your friendship with our enemies. I don't know which enemies you're meaning. I've not got a friendship with anyone other than pirates. It's probably the pirates then. Fair enough. Maketh of sense. Let's get that built. Some of these big resource deposits over here I'll do. Unknown items detected. Awesome. Really hard trying to get me to pay through the nose for a contact with another empire when I'm quite happy just not contacting them yet. So it is an independence up there. It's offering me the opportunity to colonise it. It's more than likely that if these don't colonise it, someone up there will take them over way before I ever have the chance of getting up there. So I'm really not bothered. There we go. We have another colony built. Basic diplomacy with the Keterov is unlocked. Which means that we have a little bit of a boost with them. More unknown items detected. Early torps we're going to ignore. Can't give him a gift yet. We have a general, which is it's meh. Another month and then we can give him another gift. So we get a +2 boost to him permanently every time we give him a gift. We do get like +15, +20, depending on how much money we give them as well. Temporarily for like 6 months to a year, but that wears off pretty quickly. We need to improve our relations by 2 more on top of this. So next time we should be able to get a limited trade agreement. Is there anything I can do with other than that? That's steep. That's really steep. In terms of price, I think we'll just do the bribes every year or so. Right, our colonies are doing fine. So you can see our cash flow is actually less than it used to be despite all this expansion. Our colonies are a big, big money sink. But long term, well, short term pain for long term gain is the name of the day. Yeah, we'll build that. Almost got our next research recreation systems. So I give Pedanthia route. Yes, please. Right, this next one is quite an expensive tech. It's going to take 2 years to research, but it means I can put planetary governance, well, administration on all our colonies, which improves happiness, development, etc. And it'll have a little bit of an upkeep cost, but overall is very much worthwhile. More resources discovered. Independent colony of Icarus. And now up to our north. Let's get a limited trade agreement with them. So there are ruins in this area. Our ancient exploration ship is dealing with them, I think. It's a nice system actually. It's likely that it'd be a pretty good colonization target. Problem is, we got Boscarans over there, which are probably going to cause us problems. Right, how's our ship construction looking? Spaceport is looking a little bit better than it was. Still queued up with quite a few things. Alright, let's start building it. So it's going to be 8 escorts. Oh, there we go. Contact an unknown empire is so expensive, it's not happening. So they are a little bit weaker than us. They've got less economy. They're just slightly less than us pop-wise. And they've got 4 less colonies, so we should be able to handle them long term. That said, we should not underestimate them. That's our first military ships. Let's build some frigates. Boscara Council encountered. We'll pay them what we need to. More pirates. Unknown system map. I'll pass. Right, so all of these are going to join the first defense fleet. Because I've not done any military research, you'll notice my ships are very low on actual military power. So military, sorting out the military can take a bit of time. This one does take a bit of micromanagement. I think someone better than me can use the mechanics in the game to make it a bit easier. But I tend to do it manually like this quite a lot. That's why I don't like playing with fleets, too much work. One of the reasons, yeah. That, and I tend to try and be a bit more peaceful anyway. Right, is it... I think it's done now. Black Invaders. Sure. They'll accept protection treaty. I'd rather invest in my economy early on anyway, so why mess about with my fleets too much. These are all going to require retrofitting at some point. Right, we are going to need some fuel tenders for the fleet as well. Weak fleets are a bad investment. They are. They very much are. But I want it built and ready to use on some of the smaller threats in the area. Maybe, sorry, my voice went on me. Maybe I should send my ambassador to the Mortallons. I've not actually met the Mortallons yet, I don't think. Has this moved everything out? Right, I know what I'm going to do. Policy settings. Military. Manual. Actually, no, I'll leave that and suggest. Fleets. Where are fleet stuff? Here. Actually, we'll do automatic fleet postures. I need to go back through and manually redo all this now. But it shouldn't be too much of a... Oh, crap. In fact, leave fleet. God damn it, Yog. You keep clicking the wrong things. At least our economy is stabilising a bit. I reorganised it, but it automated them back into different fleets. So it's my own fault for not changing the automation for fleets. This game with multiplayer could be brutal. That it could be. I think I'm more of a single player person anyway. Nowadays, I don't do multiplayer much. That's alright, I do multiplayer, but it's usually always co-op of some sort. Like Stellaris, if I ever do multiplayer on that, it's always co-op. Right, how are we doing on research? I think we have to invest into some basic tech here. So we'll probably go pulsed blast weapons, point defense. Actually, we'll go extended gravitic weapons. Nuclear fission, energy deflectors, armor. One thing I do wish they do long term is make it so you can manually drag these up here as opposed to having to use the bars here. Because this can take time. Right, Enhanced Commerce Center, we are going to pay for that to be crash researched. Let's go like that. Enhanced civilian ships is going to be pretty important. Advanced nuclear fission is going to be pretty important. I'll do. Right. Offer me another unknown system map. Right. I'll send you another bribe. Research 0G combat. I'll pass. 80k is pretty expensive, and our colonies are continuing to chew up through our income. As are our various gifts to pirates and independent colonies. You get a non-aggression pact, sorry. Any more colony opportunities? nothing particularly great. Another unknown system map, more Kazlon, which we always need. Right, how are our colonies doing for happiness? Well, our main colony is going to get a planetary administration. In fact, all our colonies are going to get planetary administration centers built. I could also, well, there's no could, I am going to up tax on my home world. Up it one more. I'm not going to up tax on any of my other worlds though, just because I want to encourage growth on those colonies as much as possible. Right, yeah, let's get that built. Enhanced Commerce Center research is done, perfect. Boscaran language and expressions for 64k, I'll pass. I'm never going to befriend the Boscarans any point soon anyway, so I'd rather just keep the money. And now we should be doing the basic research. So our grasp stretches eastwards. Have we fully encountered the Mortalan Council? We have. We are much stronger than they are. They might have a stronger military, but certainly nothing else. Right, let's befriend you here. Non-aggression treaty. Did they not accept it? I don't think they did. That's unfortunate. Not interested in it. Might have to send him another gift later on. So our economy is actually recovering pretty well here. Ah, now they'll accept it. Is it them? Yep. They'll accept military refueling because we did a trade with them. So that looks like a human. Is it human? I don't know, there's something up there. Blue is generally human or Akdarian, if I had to guess. So our ruler is uninhibited, engineer, industrialist, diplomat. They're pretty good. Our researcher is obnoxious. Again, do we really care about diplomacy? Sorry, ambassador, not researcher. More research project. Thanks, Rob.
Chicken chorizo.
Thank you very much.
Do you actually need a drink?
I do need a drink, please. Thank you. Kitty is quite comfy on my computer, it
Yeah,
seems. I would take a picture, but my phone's behind her. Ooh, 37k for improved escort ships. Yes, please. I will definitely take that. One of our spies managed to actually infiltrate the Mortalan government and steal territory maps. Do I want early torpedo weapons? I'll pass. Basic diplomacy, Boscaran language and expressions. Keep suggesting it to me and I keep passing. I do need to go retrofit soon. Thank you very much, Rob. Love you.
Love you too.
Very nice. Someone in chat has 8 cats.
8 Puskinses.
8 Puskins.
Where's the cat tax? Can you put
Cat
pictures
tax.
in?
They did. I think they did join Discord earlier, and maybe they'll put pics in at some point. But yeah, 8 kitties.
I want 8 kitties. Let's go and buy 5 more.
I'd love to have 8 cats, but God, I don't think the house would. Right, more luxuries. Need to keep an eye on mining stations here. Ooh, more Kazalon. Yeah, non-aggression pact. I think they cancelled military refueling, or someone did. Reveal independent colony. 181k is like all of my cash on hand, so I'll pass. What are you selling me? Get a dog, that'll keep the cats down. Ro is unfortunately allergic to dogs. Otherwise, we would have one. I love doggos. I've had a few. In fact, until I've been with Ro, I always had a dog at some point. And since we've been together, we've always had a cat.
Yep.
Well, pretty much always had more than one cat.
Oh yeah.
Extended gravitic weapons. Still wants me to expand our fleet. I think we send you to retrofit.
Yeah, we've had a minimum of 2 cats the whole time you've been with me.
Yeah, because we had Simba as well.
Yeah.
When Moo's been with us the entire time.
No, it's 3.
Unknown items detected. That's fine. Our generals aren't great. Poor recruiter, but they do get good ground logisticians. Our scientists haven't had any traits yet, actually. Basic troop transports. Yeah. I'm not intending to invade anyone. Let's go to our independent colony. And give them... Hey, we get limited trade. Excellent. Don't call me Asbo for nothing. Troublemaker in games. Asbo is a word I have not heard in quite a while, actually. Are they even still a thing here in the UK? Well, we've got enhanced transports. I don't know if I actually want them next. I suppose it's better than now. We want basic target tracking and countermeasures. And deep space damage control. So this is our military investment here. We're just making sure we get some basic tech. Extending Asbo to Asborian for my spacefaring name. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever known anyone who's had an Asbo. No, actually that's a lie. One of my jobs I used to meet quite a few people who had them, actually. Thinking about it. So you're currently in the middle of retrofitting. It's going to take a while. What do you want to sell us? Ancient ruins? It's quite cheap, so sure. For mining, we're still just fine. Whoa. Armor and shields research, yes please. Asbo equals troublemaker trophies, yeah. That they are. You need another frigate. I've only got 7. The numbers don't match up, chat, and the numbers must always match up. So, shipbuilding, just build one here. Let's build another frigate. Critical research failure on enhanced transport. No, that's not good news. They gave us a destroyed troop transport. Right, you're going to join the 1st Defence Force. And that should be, there we go, 16 escorts, 8 frigates. 69 sling, thank you very much for that follow, appreciate it. Alright. More Caslon. Oh, hello. Where are you? Don't think I'm going to be able to get my ships up there to repair that. Unfortunately, otherwise I would. Alright. So I do have some pasta here I need to eat. Improved logistics? Sure, why not? Tech is tech. Military refueling, I'll take that. In terms of gifts, can't quite get a free trade agreement. War is coming in the galaxy, loading, please wait. It's fairly likely to break out at some point, yeah. The Barunda Empire. Yeah, the Mercdor Junction Collective are probably the big threat I'm worried about. Because they're going to be better at military actions than I am. Excuse me. Earn the most trade income in the galaxy, so someone's beating me on trade. Question is who? The wait for us to go live is killing me slowly, so very slowly. Well, less than 24 hours, and then you'll have your hands on it. The wait has actually been killing me as well. I was very lucky to get preview access last month for the preview version, and the wait since then has been killing me as well. So I'm very happy to be able to play it now, and soon everyone else will be able to soon as well. So starfighters are now researched, although I never really tend to use them at the minute. So I'm probably going to turtle quite a bit in this southwest, and not expand too much against the AI. Alright, bear with me a couple minutes as I'm just going to eat my pasta really quick. But I'll still be playing. Not really sure why they're making folks wait when people are already streaming. What's the same with other games? Pretty much every game will, some streamers will get pre-access to, but you've still got to set it all up on the back end so it goes live on Steam. You've got all the PR stuff which is all related with it on like Twitter or forums, so on and so forth. You've got to get your tech support in place, ready for launch. There's a multitude of reasons why. There are still bugs in the game. The game did crash for me yesterday when I played it. Like Slingers just said, Eric has had a crash as well. The game's never going to be bug-free, but they're always going to want to stamp out as many as they can before the actual release date. And there's also they like to release on certain days. Slytherin, if I remember correctly, tends to release on a Thursday. So they wouldn't want to release it other days. Interstellar Destroyer research? Bloody hell, yes please. 130k is well worth it for that. I guess I'm building Interstellar Destroyers. We just got a Ancient Escort, which I'm going to send back and disband. Reason being, although it's more powerful than your typical Escort, it'll give us a research boost, and I like research boosts, so I see no reason not to. Let's retrofit you all again. Alright, almost done. Well, I'll say about halfway done with my pasta. I just don't want to do eating sounds on stream is all. Two major Boscaran empires is a worry. That being said, maybe not. They are very small. Did they break off from the other empire? I'm actually not sure where they are. But they're a non-entity, really. They're not really a threat. So we can see that military research has massively helped. We went from 300 military ship strength to 1,000. More like 900, because 100 of it is actually this ancient ship we took over. So it's an escort. Our escort with our tech is like 24 strength compared to 115. So, but I'd rather break it apart than use it, because I'll get some additional research boost from it. Okay, so our colonies are starting to come good now. Everything except Habermill is actually turning us a profit, which is nice. And Habermill's not exactly taking up too much. Once you get to about 1 billion or so pops, that's when they start really making you a little bit of money to work with. Bear in mind, my taxes are not exactly high on most of these at the minute. So all the pirates are pretty happy with us. Enjoy your sleep, Asborian. Testing Embers Adrift tonight. Is that... I don't think I've heard of that, actually. But yeah, have a good sleep. Thank you very much for popping in, and have a great week if I don't catch you again. Thank you very much for popping by. Something I am going to do is build some destroyers. I'm also going to get spaceports built at all these colonies. Yeah, we'll build that. Let's build 4 more frigates. Shipboarding for 300k is expensive. We'll build like 8 more escorts. Yeah, 8 more escorts as well. And that should be a good boost to our military. I'll need to assign them all once they're all built. Speeds at 4x, I've got my foot on the pedal hard. Yeah, I tend to in most games. I tend to have my speed up pretty high. It's only when I have large amounts of micro that I choose not to. Which at the minute, not really. Let's go efficient blasters. Right, that'll do. Any colonies which are worth picking up? Yep. Let's go by suitability. There's one down here. Hey, Lady Lime. Hope you're doing well. More unknown ancient ruins, of course. We want all of the ruins. Alright, time to tax. See the video I sent? The timestamps on Discord got all mixed up, but I fixed it later. I saw it. Well, I saw you message me. I haven't actually watched it yet, so I'll watch it tonight after my stream. Yeah, we'll take enhanced construction. That's a hell of a tech to just randomly be offered. I was just watching a meme compilation in the background whilst I grinded World of Warcraft, and guys, you're letting me tax you heavily. You're letting me tax you very heavily. Why are you letting me tax you so hard? Even my home world doesn't allow that. Oh, I know why. Automated tax rates. Helps if I actually remember stuff like that. The last clip just looks like row. I can never remember how to spell a name as a baby. I will, I'll take a look, see. Oh. They went a bit high. More unknown system maps. Sure. Especially just a baby laughing at people saying normal words. Yeah, I can understand where you got that from. Right, our money is... it's looking alright. To say the least. And our fleet is about to look a bit stronger as well. how's our fleet looking? 24 escorts, 12 frigates, 8 destroyers, 4 fuel tankers. Could probably do with a few more fuel tankers. So let's get a few more of them built, but I just want to check. Yeah, mining's going fine. Right, fuel tankers. Not got any more space ports to build just now. Because we got our research, we've got so many bigger freighters being built now. Unknown special location for 300k? 300k? Are you trying to rob me? I was hoping to get military refueling with you, but you offered it with us. Good. Yeah, that's fine. So the military refueling of all these pirates is going to expand our exploration range. Also give me ports to use to refuel our military if required. More fuel tankers are being built. Efficient energy engines are being researched. We're not getting any more offers for... Damn it, I was hoping to get more offers for military refueling. 750,000 for some ancient ruins. I'll pass, thank you very much. Ooh, a research station. Improved interceptors and advanced turret automation. Pretty nice. We now have a pretty damn strong military compared to, well, even 10 years ago. 15 years ago, we didn't even have a military. So, yeah, it's looking a lot better. Let's get that built. More unknown ancient ruins, of course. And we want to retrofit this fleet. It's going to be way too expensive. Right, let's get our fleet together. Is that our capital? No, it's not a capital, but improved defense tactics. It's pretty cheap. We may as well take it. How's our research doing? We've still got a few. Shipboarding for 300k. Why not? I've got the money. We may as well pay for it. give you a protection treaty. Devastating tsunami on our colony. That's not good news. It's taken some damage. An empire has been eliminated. Shock forces. I'll decline. I'm not using. I am not using ground troops at the moment. Colonies. That will do nicely. Basic troop transports. I may as well get that research. I could do with it. Right, our fleet is gathered. Let's deal with some threats here. Immediately starting with this. Well, we lost the fuel tanker. Many person in the War Fund Reddit's trying to start discussion for the rebounds of self-propelled anti-air, and I've started a civil war. Do you think it should be stronger, or do you think it should be worse, or just different in some manner? Right. It's up to our northeast. Right, whilst I remember, there is actually that independent colony I still need to befriend, isn't there? Right, well, how many ships did I lose? Just the one fuel tanker. Worse, they need to have to get a radar lock to fight close air support. Right now, they don't even need to have that radar on, meaning I, as a close air support player, can't see them being looked at, and most of the time, SAMs are invisible. That's not good. I'll admit it's a long time since I last played War Thunder, and it wasn't one I was particularly heavily into. I used to play quite a lot of World of Tanks back in like 2011 to 2014, but I only played War Thunder in 2021, and I never really got very far. I think I did a little bit at the end of 2020 as well. Seems like half the player base agrees with me and the other half says I'm a baby who needs a handheld through the game, except the people against me have like 500 hours in the game and people with me have 5,000. Oh, we found some maps. Cool. Right, where are these other threats we need dealing with? Let's go deal with you next. Research project shock forces. I will pass. Found some treasure. We're finding a bunch of small resources. More treasure, very nice. Ooh, the secluded fortress of Proxima de Bal. That is in our borders. Detailed maps of 4 surrounding systems, plus 8% colony development, plus 16% recruited infantry strength, plus 6% scenery. Nice. Finding a bunch of maps. Our spies seem to be doing okay overall. We're finding maps of all sorts, actually. This is why it's worth salvaging old ships. By old ships, I mean the ancient ships, which you find around. You get all sorts of goodies out of them. Hey, Maddie. Prime Research Station gives another 10% big boost to all research. Nice. Hey, Silas. Yay, Distant Worlds 2. Oh, don't worry. There'll be a lot more Distant Worlds 2 over the coming weeks. I'm also giving away a copy of the game tomorrow, which anyone who's in chat at the time, as long as they're a follower, can win. And that'll be at 7 PM tomorrow night. We'll investigate the abandoned base. Long-range sensors breakthrough. Not too shabby. I think they've dealt with the threat over there, haven't they? I'll trade a lot of these maps now. Is this the release copy? It is, yes. Well, as far as I'm aware. Construction research is going very nicely for us. Right, I need to know where these hostiles are. Another Xenix Pirates. Yeah, I'll pay for them. I'm playing as the Harkoonish. Yeah, you can go deal with this threat down here, I think. I'm playing Harkoonish Mercantile Guild. This is how we're doing so far compared to the others. So we have I think it's Boscarans to the northwest, Mortallans to the northeast, humans to the far northwest, and this Boscara Consciousness, I don't know where they are. But I'm actually playing very peacefully. Maybe not how they're intended, but I am playing very peacefully. I'm subsuming all the resources I can. And colonising as many good planets as possible. Yeah, I'll take more hyperdrive research. No, I've never played the first game. Well, okay. Technically I have. I have Distant Worlds Universe in my library. And if I go to it on Steam, I have played 4.5 hours. Last played January 24th, 2021. So I wouldn't exactly say I'm a veteran. I found the game very, very confusing overall. I think the graphics department was where I struggled. Which might be a bit silly, but yeah. It's with 3D graphics like this, I find it much easier to make stuff out. Whereas I found it a bit of a struggle to work with. Alright, we're continuing to befriend the Keterov, but it's taking time. I am getting a research to hopefully help out with them. I just don't want someone to take them and colonize something in the middle of our empire. Warrior Wave has occurred at Snookdidis, colony of Mortal encounter in the Ruria Junction system. So we do have... there are still enemies in a few areas which need dealing with. Military refueling? Sure. I'm not exactly what you call poor at this point. Oh. Oh, okay. That's how they want to do this, is it? Well, I didn't expect the Mortallans to declare war on me, I won't lie. We'll see how their fleet compares. I think I might recruit a couple of ground forces on most of our planets here. Shock forces could be interesting. Contact an unknown empire, I will pass. I do need to expand my military again soon, I think. So the question is, what are they actually going to try and do here? Are they actually going to try and invade some of my worlds or not? Can put page up and down on the keyboard shortcut, so you don't need to use your won't kill your mouse wheel. I quite like using my mouse wheel. Doesn't bother me too much. I just kill my keyboard otherwise. To be fair, I probably do need to get a new keyboard at some point. This one's been through the wars a little bit. Well, they declared war, but have not initiated any offensive operations just yet. Distant Worlds 2, also known as actual competent AI, plays better than the player. The AI is very good. just want free trade. Might go raid their world, honestly. They keep offering us shock forces. Is that the worst idea? To take that? Let's go retrofit our forces, I guess. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure, why not? Colony rebelled against him and joined us. I'm not going to complain. I'm playing on hard difficulty at the minute. Wonder if they plan to, well, they must plan to retake that planet, you'd think. So we're pretty much friendly with all the pirates now. Well, we are. Actually, there's a few here. There we go. No longer have to pay them too much. You started on hard. Nice. I admire your initiative. I thought I'd try it out. I've got it on hard. I've got rare independent colonies, but I've got numerous or abundant normal colonies that can show up. So like good planet quality, which is I think is a good way of doing it. The AI is very, very good at snatching up independent colonies. So if you want to make it really hard for yourself, that's a good idea. Another unknown special location, sure. We're getting a lot of special locations. So only the Mortallans and Neros in terms of amount of colonies, but the Murkdor Junction Collective are strong in terms of how good those individual colonies are. Research is going alright. I do need to actually queue some up here out. And he's getting improved colonisation at this point. Right, any chance of peace? There we go. 100k is fine by me. They get some money, which will probably help them long term. But we get an extra colony up here. Meanwhile, our fleet is still in the process of retrofitting. gonna take a while because there's so many ships. Right, got military refueling with quite a few of the pirates. Which is nice to have, you know. The Mokhtaj cartel are the only ones where we still got a protection agreement with them, but not by much. I think we continue to try and befriend you as much as possible. Improve relations by 3. Oh god. Pickups. $220k, sure. We've got a patriotic wave now as well. I was really hoping to befriend them a bit further. Doesn't seem to be working well. It might be invasion time. How many troops do I have? I have more than enough to take an independent colony if I really wanted to. I'm kind of just... I don't like the diplomatic hit. Oh. Oh, okay. Advanced Medicomplex. Interesting. Shock forces decline. How close are you to being actual retrofitted here? Quite a while off, I suspect. It's like a bar that tells you how far along it is somewhere. Contact an unknown empire. How are we doing on our victory objectives? I got one of them, which is fairly easy, but the other one, the most trade income in the galaxy, we don't have. I wonder who's beating us on trade, because, you know, we're, as far as I'm aware, the strongest economically. I suppose someone could have more trade, but less tax, and be below us, but... we do have an entire fifth of the galaxy's GDP. That said, there's quite a few of us crammed in like this area here, when you've got all of that outside that could be a stronger empire in. So interesting. They've completed construction of our advanced Medicomplex. Current tax rates are too high. Let's reduce that slightly then. Blocking field generators. And more unknown system maps. So I think this is the game I continue tomorrow, and I'm quite happy with how this one's going overall. Right, so you've been fully sorted out. I want you to go deal with them. So I've got a few small threats in or just outside our territory. We'll go deal with them. So we'll go probably that one, that one, that one, then that one. Oh, we've got two down here as well. They declared war on us again. Well, alright. Breakthrough in layered armor. Right, well, I guess it's time to attack them instead then. More unknown ancient ruins? Sure. So they're all envious of our huge strength and power. Oh. They did do a ground battle. And they took back that colony. Oh, I suspect they may have wiped out the colony in the process because it's no longer showing. No, it is still there. I was on the wrong screen, that's why. Right, let's gather our fleet and then go attack Krim. Boscara language and expressions, sure, we'll take that. Some more military refueling with the Xenix Outlaws. Efficient blasters are being researched. More unknown ancient ruins. The Ipjab conformity. God, there's a lot of Boscarans. Okay, so the second and third most powerful empires are Boscaran. Oh, okay. Might build a second fleet. I suspect I'm probably going to need it. How many troops did I say I had? Not tons. Only like 4 or 5 battalions on each planet. I've not really built armies. I've only built some naval fleets. They're doing a Space Traders Guild. They're very much ahead of us on tech. It could be they also specialise their tech a bit more than we do, though. So they won't want, they really don't want peace at the minute. Yeah, we'll take that. Research is research. So there's only 4 pirates we don't have military refueling with now. Boscara consciousness has been eliminated by the Ipjad conformity. Scary, scary stuff. Enhanced engines, excellent. They're not going to be useful on our ships for a little bit because we need to retrofit to get them. Methodical. I'll take that. We actually had a relatively rough start, but we transitioned pretty well. Independent colony. Let's take me to it. Where is it? We'll investigate it. High damage, currently inoperable. Yeah, that's fine. Did I get lucky and grab some prime research locations? Yeah, the research was pretty decent overall. Our fleet is almost all ready. What are you, an escort? Let's go retire you. You'll give us some good research. Right. Anything I need to build here? Also, how are we doing for happiness in colonies? Not too bad. The Burunda Empire's declared war on the Merkjaw Junction collection. Oh, that could go badly for the humans. That could go very badly. Let's go attack up there, I suppose. Battlefield sabotage. I don't know what that is, but it's like nearly $500,000. That'd be all my reserve cash, so I don't really want to spend that. Let's get quite a few of these researches done, I think. I'll go open trade network next. We need trade. This is our first engagement against the Mortallans. Seems to be going in our favour. do have the numbers. We disable at least one of our smaller frigates. Oh, reinforcements have arrived. That's our destroyers. Das captured so many pirate ships over time and built a whole fleet out of them. Nice. The Akdarian technocracy has been encountered. Okay. How's this fleet engagement going? Decently well overall. So the major fleet engagement over here has definitely gone in our favour. I guess I just need to reconquer the colony. But in order to do that, I'm going to need troops. Been another tsunami, damn it. Oh, are they trying to send some more forces in? Certainly looks like they are. Yeah, they just jumped another bunch of ships in. Well, our fleet seems to be doing fine. You know what, I'll just take these shock forces. So we can now get armor barracks. That's improved colonization, which is excellent. Right, shipyards. I need a bunch of ships. specifically, I need troop transports. Right, this independent colony down here is taking its time to befriend, I won't lie. Can't get free trade agreement, as much as I keep trying. Right, second fleet. You currently have 16 troop transports. Any carriers? Not yet. Critical research breakthrough. Marsh colonization. Yeah. Alright, you need to go and get as many additional men loaded on there as possible. Meanwhile, I think our fleet continues to fight and cause casualties to them. Yeah, we'll take battlefield sabotage. Early beam weapons isn't too bad either, I guess. Okay. So our fleet is just operating within that system and doing as much damage as it can. So I think I'll go large civilian ships. Early ion weapons, sure. We've got 60,000 troops currently embarked. That's probably enough to invade with. But I'll get some more just in case. Okay, so it loads everything, it can take a moment. Energy torps. Oh, that's another cheap research. I don't see why not. Destroyed one of our military ships, 3 of our... Okay, they got enough strength, I'm pretty certain. Second fleet is going to move in. Can you refuel in that system once we take the colony? Yes. Taking minor gas strand. Yeah, I've got plenty of... Ooh, I don't know actually on that. I got plenty of fuel tenders, but I don't know about that specific one you've mentioned. I don't think it's going well for the humans right now. Don't think it's going so well for the humans. Right. They want a... No. They want immediate cessation of the hostilities, but they started this, we'll end it. Nice. Question is, how much of the Mortalan Empire do I actually want to take over? I mean, I'm going to have the two Boscarans probably allying each other, so I'm going to need to take a good chunk. I suspect. They keep trying to break the blockade with some of their ships. Here they are. Colony conquered. Ikwate has been retaken. The question is, how far do I want to take this? I think we take one more system. But to take that is going to be a bit harder. I suppose one of the problems was if I were to go further, I'm going to have to leave some forces here. I can go for another one. Boom. Alternatively, can I extort them for anything? Not quite at the minute. There's 2 planets in this system, actually. That does work to my advantage to a degree. Okay, that'll do, I think. Right, send the fleets out. Screw a couple of native armies here just in case. Right, we're going for Kubende 2 first. Our fleet is now in range. The few defenders here have been quickly dealt with. Time for the invasion to take place. They do, however, have quite a few defenders on the planet, and they're good quality defenders, Mortallans and Boscarans. I think we should have them, but we'll take decently heavy losses. Yeah, I'll take enhanced torpedoes, sure. I'm gonna need to load some of these. Open trade network completed, excellent. That should be enough. Is that one of ours? I don't think it is it? No, it's a human colony. Okay. Unknown system map, I'll take that. We boarded and took control of one of our ships. That's pretty nice. Right, one last colony, and then we're good. Structured research, let's go for that, and system governance. High volume cargo transfer would be nice. Come on, get them all in at once. I got too many troops there. Alright. They pay for peace. Well, for what? Sorry, we pay for peace. Quite heavily. But we take a lot of additional land instead. So overall, a pretty successful war, I would say. Right, let's go get you refueled and repaired. I think we're going to send you back to our home planet and get you retrofitted in that system instead. A successful war. So we now have 23% of the galactic GDP, 21% of the galaxy's population. Pretty nice overall, I'd argue. still have some minor threats to deal with in our territories. It's going to be worth dealing with them at some point. But yeah, victory was ours in that war. Our economy is doing very well. Our military is pretty damn strong at this point. And there should be quite a lot of wreckage around Agra to break apart and get a bit of money out of. Let's get our construction ships assigned. System map, yeah, it's fine. Let's get new spaceports ordered. We're getting structured research next. Whilst I remember, our home colony is going to be taking the Space Traders Bazaar. Ancient Boscar and Warrens were plus 10% construction research. Well, the question is, if I attack Aden, do I go further and try and take their homeworld? And I think the answer to that is a straight yes. Yes, we do. Why would we not? But I think I would like another fleet as well as this one. This one's big and strong, but it's rather unwieldy. So maybe having a second actual fleet to use would be a good idea, because this is just meant for... yeah, that's just meant for invasions. Oh, we found a carrier. Where's that located? Just to the east. Alright, well, get construction ships sent over and make sure they get repaired. I think it's going to be a bit of a cold war here in the area for a bit. I don't know if they'll risk attacking me again straight away. Then again, I was very surprised they attacked me to begin with, so maybe my estimations were a little bit off. So the Ipjab Conformity and the Mercdor Junction Collective are going to be the two big threats from now onward, I think. I should probably subsume the rest of the Mortallans. But I will need a lot more armies in order to actually achieve that particular objective. It's going alright, thanks Maddie. Hope things are well with you. Approved frigates. Sure. Heavy, fast, and fleet frigates. Alright, something I do want to do is... retire some of the older ships. Ancient Mortalan spaceports. We can deal with that. Probably gonna do some Heroes Hour in a bit. Sounds good. I definitely need to retrofit my fleet. Okay, more military refueling with pirates. The more of them we get, the better. I feel like some of the pirates have actually been wiped out at this point. Which wouldn't be the biggest surprise, I suppose. Electromagnetic defences for half my current bank is a bit expensive. We do want shipboard marines. Defensive bases, component prefabrication is all helpful. Enhanced countermeasures, advanced light warping, sensor jamming, enhanced sensors. Found a lot of abandoned ships all of a sudden. We want them. We want them all. You need retiring. Electromagnetic defenses, again, it's too expensive. Demoralizing. Yeah, we'll return you. Shipboard Marines is done. So I'll do another 10 minutes, I think, and then I'm going to head off. More unknown ancient ruins. The Turbet Commonwealth. They are 4th. They're all currently being retired, which is exactly what we want. Warrior Wave. All troops recruited next year will be trained 20% faster and 10% stronger. Mortallans once again declared war on us. Okay. Let's get a bunch of additional troops out. I guess we'll get First Fleet sent over to here. Second Fleet we are going to send back to our home system. On our home planet, we are going to put down the Science Academy. And then we are going to put together a second fleet. Troops are always so expensive, it's worth it to get armor so you can pack more punch in a smaller army. You're right, but I don't like how armor is the same for everyone, and I do like how the armies for the individual species are all different. There's more variety. So thematically, I like just using my infantry. I'm like that in most games. However, on top of that, I'm intending to have all my worlds garrisoned with quite a few armies in case I need to rake up tax in order to pay for, like if someone jointly invades me, like the two Boscarans. If I do that, then I might get revolts, and I'll need armies on every planet to deal with those revolts anyway. So it does serve a bit of a purpose. Mostly it's thematically though. Right, new fleet. I think I need more frigates. And this next fleet is going to be the response fleet, I suppose, if anything does attack us. I do need to add some fuel tenders onto them, but I'll do that tomorrow. So that seems as good a time as any is actually to stop. So yeah, this has been a pretty fun campaign so far. We are the strongest in the galaxy, but we do have challenges, especially when it's likely these two are going to probably gang up on me at some point. Tomorrow we'll continue our war with the Immortalans and try and subsume their main core settlements here. We'll see whether we want to get these. I might just give these independence. But yeah, that's me for today. Thank you very much for tuning in again, everyone. Distant Worlds 2 will be on sale tomorrow. I will be giving away a copy of the game at 7 PM tomorrow as well. So anyone who wants a chance of winning, 7 PM UK time, this channel, all you need to do is be a follower and in the channel at 7 o'clock when I do it. You don't need to watch the entire stream I do tomorrow or anything. I'm planning to do a long stream tomorrow, 12 hours or so, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in tonight, everyone. I appreciate it a lot. Have a great week if I don't catch you again. What time is it for me right now? It's currently 8:35, so I'm UK based, so it'll be in what, 22 and a half hours if my maths is correct, which isn't always the case. Yeah, it's I think 22 and a half hours is correct. It's 2:35 PM. Are you US based, Silas? I'm guessing then. What? You are? Nice. Never been, or I would like to go at some point. Either way though, yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe. Hope you enjoyed Distant Worlds 2 if you do end up picking it up. I'll be back on continuing this particular save tomorrow. Hopefully getting ourselves into the end game. But yeah, have a great evening, everyone. And yeah, bye for now. See you all later. I'm not very good at ending streams, as you can see, but yeah, see you later.